Yeah, we're ready. Oh, yeah. The Change of Plans podcast, Joe and Vinny.
We're back.
And we matching.
And we're in the same studio.
How sweet do we look? No. Listen, Vinny's not in a good mood. Vinny's got a lot of questions, and I don't have all the answers, quite frankly.
He has no answers. Vinny's in a bad mood because Vinny spent a lot of money with all his new studio equipment, got a big old change of plan sign.
It's a sweet looking sign, too.
You won't see it because it's not here.
Look, there's a sign right here. Change of plans.
Yeah. So yes, I'm in a bad mood, and it's muggy down here.
I just turned the fan on. It feels great.
We look like two string beans.
Why did we wear the exact same outfit today?
Well, you got to call and let me know which matching sweatsuit you're going to be wearing.
You know what we look like? We look like we're in like Boys to Men or something. You know, they had like slightly different outfits, but the same
we look
color.
like the current day 98 degrees. Like the two guys who just didn't make it. Oh, it's been a while, Joe. Been a couple weeks.
Yeah, where you been?
I think it's where you been, Joe.
I was here. Been here the whole time. You were away. You were down in Carolina.
So not last week. The week before I had Parents' Weekend.
How was that?
A lot of golf. The girls were really ugly on campus, so I did not enjoy that.
Really?
Yeah, just hideous.
I thought coastal Carolina had like hotties all over the place.
I only see my wife, Joe. Everything else is like a blur, like it's like fuzzy.
What's that like? That must be confusing.
It's kind of wild, right? So, everyone knows I love my stepson, but it's just, I'll give you a perfect example. So, like, we're walking back from like the baseball game. Girls walk by, bikini tops and denim shorts.
Ugly.
That's just disgusting.
Nobody wants to see that.
No, this guy doesn't even look over, and these girls like turn around to check him out. I mean, they might have been checking me out, probably.
They're probably checking.
Yeah. But it just doesn't faze them. It's unbelievable.
Were you wearing that Will Smith hat or no?
I do love. I actually, funny story. I was the biggest like Fresh Prince fan ever. So the bicycle hat, I had the whole outfit, and I would wear it every Tuesday after the Monday night episode. That was back when neon was in, dude. I loved like neon shit back in the day.
And now you like Paisley.
I'm a big Paisley guy. I am. It's my new golfing hat. I did a lot of golfing.
That's your golfing hat?
Yeah.
Do you wear it backwards like that?
Yeah. I'm cool. I'm cool like that.
Yeah.
I don't really dress like a golfer when I'm out on the golf course. I like to keep it a little more urban. Like baggy pants. Might rock a hoodie. I look fresh, so it's all legit golf gear. But yeah, I'm not that like I'm gonna wear like tuck my polo into my khaki shorts guy. Nah.
I don't do that either.
Dude, you don't even play golf. You're too busy playing wiffle balls. Wiffle ball season.
I don't play golf.
I don't think so. Yeah, you don't look like a golfer, Joe. Maybe we'll do a live podcast on the golf course.
I don't look like a golfer? What does that mean? Chuck Daly's a golfer, Dick.
Chuck Daly. It's John Daly.
John Daly.
Chuck Daly. Yeah, he coached the Pistons. Oh, yeah, man. So what's new, dude? It's been a couple weeks.
Well, I mean, big news today. Attorney General Pam Bondi, I should say.
Jesus, get your names right. This guy, like
Chuck Daly.
I will say
Bondi.
He was in his all seasons room when I got here. I'm just letting you know. So he might take him a couple minutes to catch up to real time.
Pam Bondi got fired today. And after she was terminated, she begged for her job back. And Vin thinks that's all right. Vin's like, well, yeah. Could you imagine groveling at the foot of the person that just fired you? And by the way, the same person who threw you under the bus you're protecting that guy. And that guy, like, royally just screwed you over.
I know, but like, I mean, listen, it's not something like if you're working at the Gap or like I'm going to go grovel for a job back. But what is she going to do now? Right? Like, and she probably has a point. Be like, dude, like I did everything you told me to. And this is what I'm getting. But he shit-canned her because he doesn't want her to testify in front of Congress. Because he's an idiot and he thinks that that's how that's going to work. And it's ridiculous. I mean, if we're going to start off the show this way, it's all fucking
But let me ask you this. Do you think anything's ever going to come of any of this? Because I say no.
Oh, well, absolutely not. If nothing's happened already,
right?
Like, just ride it out. Like, why are people even bothering anymore? Just let the guy do whatever the fuck he wants to do. And we just ride it out for the next 3 years. So what? We're going to be fucking paying $32 a gallon at the gas tank.
It's patriotic. So
yeah. Whatever. You see the fucking tweet he sent out last night? Like, this guy's like just going bombs over Baghdad, dude. Like, it's wild.
I thought he was going to pull out of NATO last night. I was, I'll be honest, a little disappointed. I thought we were going to be NATO free starting today.
It doesn't matter if we're NATO free or not.
Well, nobody's helping us anyway. So I think, to be honest, I think they kicked us out. They just haven't told us yet. we're being iced out.
Yeah. Iced. I like that. You did that. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's getting crazier by the moment. I think, what's worse for me is I just like, I don't like the news doesn't even faze me anymore. Like, and not just like, the Middle East, just in general. Like, you see crazy shit all the time now, and you just shrug. You're like, this is kind of what we're living in right now, which is just crazy to me. Like, right? Because you got two choices: either you're just gonna get all worked up about it and just walk around angry, or just stay in your lane. So I'm just staying in my lane.
Isn't gas still cheaper than it was 2 years ago? I don't know what the price was 2 years ago.
No, but absolutely not.
I know it's way up than what it was a year ago.
No, it's not.
And I know exactly why the price is up. So
yeah, but that once again, the average price of gas has never been over $4 across the country. And I think I just paid $4.98 a gallon.
I paid $4.65 yesterday. You paid $4.90. So I mean, it's continuing the spike.
Yeah.
30 cents from one day to the next. That's not good.
Yeah. So, whatever your affiliation is, like, don't be like, well, when it was Biden, it was just as high. Well, one, it wasn't. And two, like,
that's
it's
not an accomplishment is the other thing.
Yeah.
Wasn't it higher 2 years ago? Yeah. When that guy was fucking the country up. Congratulations. You just said your guy's fucking it up too.
Yeah. Like, it was supposed to get hit better, right? Like, when you have to fucking point at the dementia guy, like, just give it up already, right? Like, and on both sides of the aisle, once again, I want to be even-handed. I think everyone's a bunch of raging assholes.
Yes. Again, that's why nobody's going to go to jail for the Epstein thing. And look, here's what we have seen. We have seen both sides. We've seen Democrats and we've seen Republicans who are hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein. It looks like now I've got a lot of questions about the pandemic. I watched a guy testify before the European Council today, and Bill Gates and Jeffrey Epstein, there's a whole bunch of exchanges where they, in 2017, were talking about the pandemic.
Yeah, but like, here's my take. I don't care about Jeffrey Epstein and a bunch of perverts. Like, I don't care. Like, whatever. A bunch of rich people were doing weird shit on a fucking island. Guess what? Happens every day. A bunch of weird people do weird shit in Connecticut because they end up in my fucking office. Like, fix the fucking country and stop chasing these weirdos, because there's always going to be weirdos. There's bigger fish to fry, like starting wars without congressional approval, and like shit like that is a fucking problem. Or selling a fucking, if you want to be a citizen, you could buy a gold pass for $5 million. Like, that's crazy. That's the Trump's new thing. It's the golden ticket. He's got a Willy Wonka ticket now. But like, it's just, I get it. It's gross. Epstein, this is horrible. But like, the reality is we have bigger issues to fry. And it's crazy where the sleight of hand trick is go blow the fuck out of the Middle East to get out of the Epstein shit. Because now you don't hear about the Epstein shit because we're too busy just fucking randomly blowing up shit for no fucking reason whatsoever.
Well, I don't know that there's no reason.
There isn't. There's zero reason. Like, I don't give a shit what people are doing in the Middle East. They weren't building nukes, and according to Trump, he fucking put them back in the Stone Ages, so they had no nukes, and magically they have fucking nukes. And P.S., even if they had the fucking nukes, they can't get it over here. It's like fucking North Korea's got 1 million nukes, and you see them shoot them off into the ocean, and they go 7 fucking feet.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Not good.
I don't care about a democracy in the Middle East because it's never gonna work. I just care about our country. I care about my little fucking bubble.
This guy's so MAGA, it's not even funny.
I'm neither.
And you know what he says? Drop the Epstein investigation. Nobody cares. You know what? Just like the president said, you're right.
No one cares.
You know what? It takes a brave person to say that.
Because it's just, I see it every day. Like, there's things that this country needs to do. And like, okay, if it's the local pawn shop guy raping kids, yes, let's go get him. But like, it's billionaires just doing weird shit, and it's always going to be there. But fix the country first. If our country was a well-oiled machine, then go figure it the fuck out. But the reality is we're never going to know the fucking answers. These people have way too much money for any of this shit to really come out and affect anyone, unless you're from Great Britain.
That's funny,
right?
Like they do go after their criminals over there. They don't carry guns.
No,
they do put people in jail, even princes.
Which is insane, by the way. Like, think about it, like where we're at, and there's like real life princes.
Tell me that fucking dude ever thought he'd end up in jail as a douchey kid. You know what I mean? I could do whatever I want.
But I always thought too, like, that's got to be the best thing, being part of like a royal family. You have no power, like other than just you're a prince. Like, of what?
Yeah,
like
Wales.
Yeah,
whatever that means.
That's what I want to do, man. But yeah, it's just it's crazy. Like, and it's like bleeding over. Just to like, I was in court every day this week, and I think 3 out of the 4 days there was just melees in the fucking hallway. Like, just
really,
like real life Jerry Springer shit. Like, the crazies are fucking out. Like, it's everyone's fucking. It's wild. Like, full fist fights, fucking marshals throwing people out of the courthouse, people getting arrested. Happened in fucking Middletown while I was sitting there. And it's scary out there, man. Everyone's angry, but not me.
Not me either.
No,
feeling good.
You got to. I think people got to find a little balance in life and like relax, stay off the boob tube. Did your grandparents ever call the TV the boob tube?
No, because nobody in my family was allowed to say boob.
What? You couldn't say boob? You gotta say breast?
You just didn't talk about the female anatomy at all.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't a problem in my family. We didn't, like just said the dinner table talk about boobs.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, I'm baby. That's none of my business.
Yeah, we were a big potty mouth family in my household.
My dad didn't like if you called somebody a jerk.
So weird.
Or if you said damn, you had to say damn and really stress the N, or you'd get in trouble at my house. Damn.
Yeah, but like, I always wondered too, like, who like decided these words were bad words? Like, fuck. Right? Like, who decided that was going to be a bad word?
That's a good question. I think it's just what it means.
Yeah, but who made up that definition? I got a question for you, right? Like, because someone said I had a case where, the attorney like reached out to me and was like, "Hey, my client hit me. We're doing a divorce," and I love this attorney. She's like, "My client texted me and was like, oh, my client, I guess, made love to your client the other night," and my response was like, "Did he use those words?" I don't think I've ever. I don't think. I don't think as a man I've ever said, you know what? I'm hanging out with my boys. You know what I did last night?
I made love, sweet love.
It's such a weird thing to say.
She must have been paraphrasing, right?
No, it was like a text from her client. Like that's like the last thing that ever comes to my mind with that type of stuff.
What do you say to your wife when you want to? What do you call it? What do you refer to it as?
I don't know. I don't think I say anything.
You just give her the look and she knows.
She's like, all right, just get it done. You know, go get it done. Guys don't care. Like, no, I'm not like putting on some candles and like we're just gonna make sweet love. It's fucking weird, man.
It is weird. Nobody wants to make sweet love.
Like, I don't even think like your wife or your girlfriend or like your partner, whatever, like if you're like, hey, you want to make love tonight, like they're gonna look at you like, what?
That sounds like something your grandmother would say to your grandpappy on their honeymoon.
Like, so kids, if you're
you want to
listening,
make love tonight?
so kids, if you're watching, that's not the line you want to go with. That is the number one mood killer right there.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll make love to you like you want me to.
oh man, this has gone sideways again. But yeah, so other than that, everything is golden. Work sucks. I'm buried in work. Super stressed out about it. A lot of work going on.
You don't usually get stressed.
No. Oh my God. So I got the greatest thing in my office. So I got a fuck button. Right. So you hit the button, it just has a bunch of fuck saying. So when I'm on the phone with my clients, I can't say it. So I'm just wailing on this button. So I had this medical malpractice case. I called the doctor, and he's like a doctor and an attorney. Super smart guy, like zero personality, right? And he was
real quick. I hate douchebags that go to medical school and then like they're in their residency and they're like, you know what I'm gonna do? You get my law degree too. You're a dickhead.
Don't you have enough?
Right?
Right.
I gotta make all the money.
So like he was having a bad day because usually like you don't have these med mal cases, right? They never pan out. Attorneys call and just yell at him all day. I'm like, bro, you need a fuck button. And he's like, what? So I Amazoned him the fuck button. So I talked to him the other day. I'm like, hey, dude, you get my fuck button? He's like, yeah, it's in the box on my shelf because, you know, I find that like, you know, if it's not going to solve my problem, it's just unnecessary to do. Like, and it's like this real, like, fucking weird, nerdy thing. And I'm like, bro, like, it's just supposed to make you laugh. Like, laugh a little bit.
And he said, what's laugh?
What's laughter? Yeah, yeah, he was a weird guy, but I'm really hoping he took out the fuck button and just hit it because I think laughter is like so underrated. Like,
it is the best medicine.
It's like there's nothing more I like to do than fucking laugh. And I like to laugh at other people's expenses too. I'm that guy. Like, you know, my staff has like some of the women decide to get like some weird skin treatment, like laser shit. So their face was just completely fucking red. And instead of being like sensitive to the way they look, I just pointed and laughed for like 5 days straight, which is probably an HR violation to the, but it's funny.
You don't have an HR department at work, do you?
We do. He's a great guy.
Is it you? My job, we don't have an HR department.
Dude, I love HR people, right? One, I was married to one. My ex-wife was like, she thought she like was, that was her initials. But I remember I was representing this factory, like old school factory. Like you go in the factory, it's like the Budweiser posters of like fucking naked chicks out there. Yeah.
That's
so
quality.
The fucking CEO calls me and he's like, Vin, we got a problem. Could you come here? I'm like, all right. He's like, so the guy who teaches sexual harassment, right? This is the guy who does this fucking seminar. I guess some lady came in with some like herpes on her face, whatever.
Ew.
Right? And he prints out a bunch of pictures on how you get herpes and gives it to her. And I'm like, bro, you can't do that.
Dang.
Yeah. But I love that shit, dude. Like HR companies are fucking hilarious, but everyone's scared to do anything now. So if you got a wrongful termination suit you want to call me on, let's go get it.
Mama Dukes loves your colors, Vincent and Joe. Nice green. Yeah. Yeah. We are matching.
Mom, we got to talk. Your lease is coming up on your car. We'll discuss that off air, but.
She going to get a new ride?
No. She's getting a fucking bus pass. I bet you she has 800 miles on her car.
Doesn't take it out much, huh?
Parking lots. She takes her dogs for a ride in a parking lot.
Oh, I thought maybe she was practicing.
Practicing what?
Driving.
Oh, I thought you were going somewhere else. I thought you were going to call my mom a parking lot lizard, dude.
No, what?
What is wrong with you, bro?
No, that was
is
you.
wild.
You said that. It's an interesting choice.
My mom spends a lot of time in parking lots.
Well.
Truck stops.
Oh, that's
Route 66 truck stop.
Your mom asked a good question. Do I get a new ride? And it sounds like you do, but not the kind you're looking for.
You're going to get a fucking Uber gift card. Last time I traded in her car, I think she had 1,500 miles.
Didn't you had a little driver for a little bit, didn't you? Weren't you? Was that you? You told me that, right?
I got a driver. I got a driver, Erman. It's my driver. Yeah. I don't use him all the time, but he's fantastic. I love that guy. And you never felt so cool in your life until you're doing the work in the back of a car, and he's super professional.
What kind of car is it?
It's a Honda Palisade. It's respectable.
Yeah, no, I mean,
but like the coolest thing is he was the family driver for the guy who owned Wrigley Field.
Wow.
So and then the guy moved to Florida. He didn't want to live there, so he came back up here. And I had met him on like an Uber pickup because he does that on the side. And you know me, I just fucking talk. And he's like, well, I'm also like a professional driver. I drive all these TV personalities and dudes around. So I call him and I get a lot of fucking work done. If I didn't like my staff so much, I'd fire everyone and just get a fucking Sprinter van and work out of that shit.
Wow, you guys, I know some of you are probably watching. You're really not valued at work.
I said if I didn't like my people so much.
He likes you. He just doesn't think you're doing great work.
No, my staff is great. They're great. They're absolutely great. They tolerate me. We're very busy. And
here, you deserve this. Your mom said in the back seat, that is where I use the car.
What?
That's right. Mama Dukes. Yeah.
Can you read that out loud again?
Yo, you want me to read it again?
Yeah, this is from my mom, everybody.
Yeah.
About what she does in the car I lease her.
In the back seat, and I don't know what that emoji is, but it looks interesting.
It's not an eggplant, is it?
That is where I use the car.
You know what? I want to be surprised because that's where I was conceived, in the back seat of my dad's 69 Camaro. It's probably why I want one. It's part of my DNA.
Clearly, yeah. Yeah.
Yep. So, Ma, we're going to have a conversation about that. So, and I'm going to charge you for the dent you put in the fucking door.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're going to ding me on that one.
Ooh, what happened? How did we get the ding?
I don't know. I don't know.
Mama Dukes knows.
Yeah. Better not be shaped like a head print. I'll be pissed. And that's the type of relationship I have with my mom. Wow. This thing has gone off the rails.
My God. So check this out, right? The other day I called my mom.
What do you call her?
And I haven't talked to my mother since my daughter.
You missed my joke.
Oh, I know what you said.
And you skip right over it.
It's nothing good.
No, okay.
We don't get along great. We don't.
You don't have a good relationship with your mom?
No, we do, but we're more like friends than parent-child.
Yeah, but that's how it should be. Like, if you're 55 like you are, right?
I'm 50.
Like, you should no longer have a parent-child relationship with your parent.
All right. No, that's fair.
Because that's weird.
I'm glad you're saying that, because your mom's really opening up tonight. She said, someone hit me. when I was in the back seat. What?
But like seriously, like if you're mid 40, I mean anything after like 30, if you're going to your parents for some fucking advice on life, my advice is go get a life. Like there is a point where they're just there, they're more your friends than your parents, right? Like I think that's just fucking wild.
I have 3 siblings. And they're all 2 are older than me, so 2 are in their mid-50s, 1 is in his early 40s. He lives 0.3 miles from my parents. My older sister lives about 4 miles away from my parents, and my older brother, lives in their house.
My bad. I didn't mean to laugh that loud, but that is epic.
I lived out of the state for a while. I moved back to Connecticut. I lived in Wallingford. I lived about 15 minutes away, and that was too close. So I moved 40 minutes away to Wethersfield, and it's nice.
Why does your brother live with your parents?
Okay, so my mother had a stroke last year.
Okay, caretaker.
She's fine.
Okay.
I don't think she needs it. He basically gave his house to his daughter because him and his wife bought a house. His wife's been in Alabama for like 6 years now.
They're still married?
Yes. He works for Cox.
Dude, this I can't have this conversation. I can't.
He works for Cox,
and his wife lives in Alabama.
His wife lives in Alabama. He can't. He's close to retirement, and so when he retires, he'll go. He was looking at going to Atlanta, but the drive from Atlanta to Alabama was like 8 hours. So that
like,
was
but like
better.
that's just one place I would never like move to.
Alabama.
Yeah, like that's not like a retirement destination. It's weird. Like, why Alabama?
That's where the Christian or Catholic TV network is. That's where she works.
So he worked for Cox while she works
for Cox. Will work for Cox.
And I'm guessing the people on her station do too. This is being like a Theo Vaughn podcast, dude.
So get this, right? I was interviewing a comedian named Pat McGann.
Yeah,
very funny dude. And I talked to him about a year ago, and I said something to him, and it kind of triggered something. And he basically was like, "Yeah, you and your mom don't get along, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." and literally while we were doing the interview, I got a text from my sister.
Yep.
That my brother had taken my father to the hospital. Dad was in a lot of pain. Ray rushed him to the hospital. And I said to Pat McGann, because he was like, "Oh my God." He's like, "I hope he's all right." I go, "He's a fucking drama queen." Now, mind you, I'm doing this for the jokes, okay? As it turns out, about 4 hours later, I get a text. They run all sorts of tests. You know what the doctor told him? Take it easy. You're fine. Drama queen.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, drama queen.
Yeah, that's usually how I react to things. Like, I leave the emotional stuff to my sister. I'm not gonna lie. That's the price tag she has to bear. I'm like, Les, it's like, yo, you got an hour left to live. I'll see you in the morning.
Oh my God. I gotta read something to you. It's a screenshot. I'm not on my phone. I know you hate that. All right. I saw this earlier and this really cracked me up. Obviously, Easter is on Sunday. A friend of mine posted this. She's very religious. It said, "Sometimes I joke about what I do if I had one day left to live. Eat junk, go crazy, etc." Today it hit me. Jesus knew, and he washed feet. He washed feet. And I wanted to comment and be like, maybe he had a thing for feet.
Oh, he would love OnlyFans. He would love OnlyFans. Yes, that's why Jesus is better than me, because there's not enough money in the world for me to be washing feet, by the way.
Jesus got a foot fetish is I think what was going on there.
Like you ever, but then that leads me to like podiatrist. Like what? Like you're in med school, right? And you're just trying to figure out what do I want to do? How do I want to practice medicine? And you're like, feet.
I figure like this, Vin. There's two reasons you become a foot doctor. A, you have feet problem.
Yeah.
And you're smart and you're like, I'm going to fix feet. The other thing is you're in medical school, right? Now it's like we got to get real specific on what you're going to do. And you have fucked up all of this. Right? I mean, you got down to the knees and you were like, you know what? I'll just do the feet, I guess.
Yeah, I failed every class.
Hearts, brains, I can't do it. Feet,
like
pretty easy.
Like I had some major like surgery done on my feet, and I was just always embarrassed to take my shoes off because like the doctor just gets like in there, and like my feet are gross, dude. Like bunions, hammer toes, like. I mean, I probably can make a shit ton of money because, you know, there's some people who just want to chew on that fucking big ass bunion on my big toe. Like just like a piece of corn.
You know what I'd like our audience to do right now? I think this would be a fun project. If you're watching this show right now,
draw a picture of what you think my feet look like.
Oh, are you reading my mind?
I knew that's where you were going.
Just draw me a picture of what you think this guy's bunion feet look like.
Yo, winner gets posted for next week on our podcast.
Oh, man. Please, people, please. Give me pictures of what you think his feet look like. Because from what he just described,
it's not good.
It's a fucking disaster inside them shoes.
It's funny because I'm like that guy who wears like water shoes on the beach.
Oh.
It's not good, man. It's just not.
I got Barney Rubble feet, but I mean they're normal, you know, and they're not disease ridden or anything. I'm not having like some like, you know what I mean?
There's shit down there, bro. It's not good.
Yeah.
It's not. It's embarrassing. It is.
What do you think's going on with that?
I have CMT, Joe.
Oh, yes.
It's not like
I forget about this guy. I really do. I forget he's disease ridden.
Wow, man. Glad you care.
No, I do. What do you mean? I'm trying to bring awareness to CMT.
Well, you keep mouthing off. I'll take my shoes off and let everyone know what it looks like. Actually, my left foot looks kind of normal. I can't move my toes because they're all fused, but it's very flat.
What? So you got like just one toe, basically?
It's one big,
really big toe.
Oh. No, I can't feel like my left feet. I can't feel my toes at all. They don't move.
And that's from the CMT.
Well, that was from the surgery because they had to break all my toes and remove the knuckles and then fuse them together.
Oh, you had knuckles in your toes.
Everyone has knuckles in their toes, Joe. Like I used to be able to stand on a fence like a fucking rooster.
Really?
Yeah, like club feet. Yeah, like hammer time. It's not good, Joe. Thanks.
Oh, you know what? You're right, Mama Dukes. He is CMT tough.
My mom.
We should make him a t-shirt.
Oh, dude, I used to go to these like support meetings that my ex-wife used to make me go to.
Oh my God. Are you a CMT foot survivor? Is that like a thing?
And it was so bad because I'd walk in and I look completely fucking normal, right? Like I never felt better than I went to. They have at Mass General, they have a big like dedicated section for CMT and all this stuff, right? There's a few hospitals in the country that deal with it. So for my birthday one year, my ex-wife's like, we should go to one of these like fucking things they're doing. Man, I look like Michael Phelps. I'm like, look at these pussies. Wheelchairs, like I'm fucking doing cartwheels and shit. But then you go to like these support groups and everyone's like 90, they fall down all the time, and I'm like, I'm good. I'm all set here. But yeah, it's not good. It's going into my hands. Pretty soon I'm gonna have like fucking curly hands like this. Looking like I'm just about to grab titties everywhere.
Are really?
Yeah. I'm at least when I go to bed at night now, the new thing is I wake up and my hands are in a fucking ball and I gotta like peel my fingers back. And then I'm losing like sensation in the tips of my fingers. I bet you I could light them on fire like a fucking candlestick. Yeah, it's not good. Yep. But it'd be kind of cool to have like perfectly shaped titty grabbing hands. I'm walking around CVS looking like a T-Rex ready to grab your boobies.
I love that you see the bright side of that.
Listen, you gotta stay ahead of the game. You know? If I'm just walking around CVS like this with my hands up like a T-Rex and I fall, it's not my fault. I have CMT.
What does that stand for?
A Charlotte Marie tooth. Yeah. It's a bad name for that disease because it has nothing to do with your teeth. But I guess it was like the three founders. You know, I don't know how they found out that disease either, but it's awesome. It's fucking awesome.
Well, I'm sorry that you're suffering, and I got to tell you, I think for all the kids out there with CMT, you are an inspiration.
Joe, I had to wear knee pads to school when I was a kid because I'd fall down.
God, I got so many jokes I want.
You do, but you know what was cool back in my generation? Like your brain as a kid didn't go to be like, I know why you're wearing knee pads. You know, because we didn't get that back then, so it was a perfect time to wear knee pads. Now,
yeah,
you're not going. Now you're getting homeschooled.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so it's cool. But like, listen, I ain't gonna fucking die from it, so I'm good. I don't complain about it. You know, it is what it is.
That is such an optimistic outlook. Genetic disease, your skateboard knee pads.
Yeah, they weren't like cool knee pads. Nope. It was awesome. I remember my mom hit me. Yes, Mom, you hit me. Don't deny it. So I had a plan. This is how my journey, like, because everyone on my dad's side is hereditary, right? So everyone on my dad's side just falling over. No one goes to the fucking doctors or like whatever. But I get like a plantar's wart, right? When I'm a kid, I was probably like 13, 14. And so I go to the doctor. The doctor's like, dude, you got something going on over here with your fucking feet. They're not supposed to look like that. So I remember we go to, now it's Hartford Children's, right? And they do this like fucking testing where they like stick needles in your nerves and run juice through it, like electricity. And they're like, it's not going to fucking hurt. And I'm jumping off the table like a fish. So now I'm just rip shit. And all these doctors come in, they're like, oh, you're going to have to get hand controls when you get your license. And I gave the doctors a double fucking bird and never went back. That was a quiet ride home because it was very disrespectful for giving doctors the bird.
They were going to have you.
Yeah, like hand controls because like my feet don't operate properly.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
No. I will say my parents
could hit the brake like that.
Yeah, right. No, but I will say my parents were very much stay active, play sports, do what I need to do type of shit. So I think that's why I'm ahead of the curve.
Mama Dukes admits it. Yeah, I hit you. So what? You turned out to be a good human. You know what? She's right.
No, I will say,
Phyllis, that was probably the hit that put him over the top.
I will say, I think the problem with the younger generation now is they don't have
100%.
They have no fear of their parents. You know, I think sometimes some kid just needs, kids need to realize who's running the fucking show. And I caught ass kickings, but I deserved it. I was a mouthy kid.
I was too.
But yeah, I think that's a big problem. There's no fear now.
Christy says you're still the man.
I am.
She said this a couple of times.
I pay her every time. It's $5 a post.
I mean, I was thinking that it has to be.
It is. I got a Venmo.
All of Christy's comments so far are about Vin being the man. What are you?
I got a Venmo her. You don't hear my phone going off?
Yeah,
Ding, ting, 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 ting. But yeah, but we're good. As long as it doesn't mess with my moneymaker, which is my face, by the way.
Is it?
Oh, dude, yeah. Yeah, I'm good looking.
You don't think it's the feet?
I can make money on my feet.
I bet you could.
Oh, there are some weird people out there, man.
You ever see that movie, The Elephant Man?
That hurts, dude. It's not that bad.
That's hilarious, though, isn't it?
It is.
Come on, I'll give you $20. Show me your feet.
You know what the worst part is? Like, I can't wear socks now because like I get a lot of fluid in my left leg. So I don't wear socks to fucking court. And every time, like, I sit down, you know, your pant goes up a little bit and it looked like a dog gnawed on my fucking ankle. So it's every time they're like, yo, they're making fun of me. And then I'm like, yeah, I got a disease. They're like, and I'm like, I might not be able to walk in 5 years.
You take all the fun out of that. You really do.
Oh, immediately, too. And then I just deadpan stare at them. I'm like, yeah, feel bad now?
For anybody who's just tuned into the program, you'll notice Vinny and I are wearing the same color.
Yeah. Yep. Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I like how you said that last name.
You got to this day and age.
We live in very sensitive times. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Listen, man. Gotta be careful this day and age, dude. I don't want to get canceled before we even get famous.
Christy wants to be on the show. What's up with that?
Christy, you can once we get the new studio up and running. We have all the equipment, but we're having some technical difficulties because our technical support staff can't get the equipment to work. Yeah. So Joe's working with the staff we have, which is Joe, to try to get her stuff to work. Did you know Joe teaches classes on this, but yet couldn't get my own stuff up and running?
Tell them what we were missing when I went to the studio to build it out. What were we missing?
I was missing someone who knew how to work my $600 stupid electrical unit thing.
What vital piece of equipment were we lacking?
A camera.
Yeah.
But we don't even need that. You have it on the fucking MacBook. You don't have a special camera up here. You think I'm stupid?
Yeah, but don't we want a special camera? That's what makes the studio special, I thought.
It is, but we could we could have survived without it for a minute. Literally, he has me buy this stupid unit and he can't figure out how to use it. Under the bus, Joe.
I Googled it.
He didn't. I know he fucking didn't. We'll be back here next week, dude. Sweating it out.
The only reason we're here tonight, well, there's two reasons. Number one, I just had my floors redone. And I wanted you to see them. What do you think of my floors? Are they nice?
They are nice floors. I'm a bit jealous. I need new floors.
The second reason we're here tonight and not in your studio. The second reason is because I'm tired.
I knew this was going to be a problem, by the way. Yeah. I knew it was going to be a problem because Joe's going to have to make that 18-minute drive to Southington, and it's going to be a problem, ladies and gentlemen. You'll be seeing us doing podcasts from separate studios soon.
Absolutely not. I'm down for the drive.
Yeah, I could tell.
You know what it is? I've had a very busy week. I taught Monday, and I taught Wednesday, and I had a thing on Tuesday.
What was that thing, Joe?
The thing on Tuesday?
Yeah, the thing on Tuesday that you could have just maybe spent 20 minutes getting this shit going. The thing on Tuesday.
I was going in the opposite direction.
What was that thing, though?
I had a meeting in Colchester.
Oh, at what time?
At 6 o'clock.
With who?
My friend Mary.
How was her lamb doing?
No, it's not Mary that had the little lamb.
Don't lie to a lawyer, bro.
Yeah, thank you, Mama Dukes. It's okay. Your place is nice. Yeah, it's all right.
I'm sweating, Mom. You would hate it here.
Christy says I owe you $5 for every week I slack off. So we'd be at 10 at this point.
Yes. Yes. No, we'd be more than that.
No, it was 2 weeks ago.
It wasn't 2 weeks ago.
Really?
No.
Feels like 2 weeks. Has it been longer?
It's fine, Joe. We do have a new change of plan sign, too. I'm pretty excited about. Our man Ryan, one of the biggest fans of the show, made it for me. You don't see it right now because
you should have brought it.
That's what's going to end up happening. But yeah, so we should have that up and running. So it'll be good. It'll be good.
Yeah. So next week we'll be in the new studio. It'll be pretty cool. And then we'll look to start having some people on.
Yeah, we're gonna do some guests, try to get some sponsorships, run some commercials for local businesses if anyone's interested. We're gonna take this nationwide. You know, we're gonna be like the Kelsey brothers, but not brothers, and not athletic, and not married to rich people.
However, we are wearing matching mint color.
Yeah, I got to get you a new one, bro. It's like starting to ball up a little bit. It's bothering me. You don't see that?
I was doing some work earlier.
What were you doing for work? You're just lying all over the podcast today.
Why are you talking? All I do is I'm such a hard worker.
That's why you wear sweatsuits all the time. I got it.
That's right. I don't wear sweatsuits all the time. Only when you come over.
Anyways.
You like sweatsuits.
Take a card. Let's do something. Let's get back on track.
All right. Oh, I like this. All right. Ready? This is a quote from Viktor Frankl. You know him. Life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but only by lack of meaning and purpose.
Yes.
That hits. All right.
Yep.
When you have felt far from your purpose, how did that affect you?
It's actually that's actually a money one because I was dealing with that today.
Talk to us about it. Talk us through it.
So, like, I have these. Like, yeah, I'm a fucking lawyer. I do it all the time. I'm good at my job, yada, yada, yada. Do I think that's my purpose in life? No. And then when I just get sick of doing that shit, I end up wasting a lot of fucking time. Like, I'll scroll on Instagram or I'm just doing brainless shit. And then I just get in a fucking worse mood. Right. But one of the things I like to do is obviously this podcast. I like to post some positive stuff. I'm a big Viktor Frankl guy, actually. So I made a post just before I got here, just about a topic that just kind of came to my head, and I felt so much better because that like 10 minutes I spent with like what I like to think is a big part of my life, that purpose, like erased the entire fucking 8 hours of bad mood I was in. Right. So I've been really trying to work on that. I think like before I go to bed now, I write 3 wins for the day. Right. Even if you had a hard day, like you think you had the worst day, you could find 3 wins of that day. And between that and then I stay off my phone after 9 o'clock. So I get an hour of free time. I've been sleeping better, but I think my mindset going forward is like, hey, that's my, everyone's got a job to do. And if you're lucky enough to have a job where it's also your purpose in life, you're lucky. You're one of the few. But I think finding something, maybe it's not your purpose, but it's a passion, right? Like how full is your cup, right? Like we all got families and we all have jobs, but does that make you full? No, I think you got to have your passion projects. So for me, that kind of hit home because it happened to me today where I got in a rut and it just took 7 minutes out of my day to get out of that rut. Then I got here and I was in a good mood until I saw you. But I think finding that purpose, and people will make excuses, well, I don't have the time to follow my purpose or my passion. But it took me 7 minutes today to get back on track because your brain rewires that quickly. So.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I think that's why people like this podcast so much.
Why? Because we could go from talking about my mom in the backseat of a car in a parking lot to Viktor Frankl.
Viktor Frankl has such a way with words. Sometimes you say like some deep shit on here, and I think people really dig that.
I try, but it really hits. I think because I get super passionate about that stuff. I think I was talking about that with a forensic psychologist yesterday. So I'm dealing with a really nasty divorce case, 8-day trial in Hartford. one of the experts was up from New Jersey, forensic psychologist, and I hate talking to psychologists because I always feel like they're trying to figure me the fuck out. Good luck. But I told her, I was like, the funny thing about my profession is attorneys wear their fucking misery like a badge of honor, right? Like everyone is trying to one up their stress level, right? Oh, you thought you had a bad day. Like you never hear attorneys just saying, hey, you know what? Yeah, our job is stressful, but it allows us to have a good life, right? Like, or it's like, I really do this to try to leave it at home or something like that. So I try to do that when I come on the podcast. And I think being conscious about taking 10, 20 minutes out of my day, I've been really trying to meditate more, even 10 minutes a day, right? Like I'll meditate in my car for 10 minutes before I start work. And I just feel better because you're resetting. And when you get in a rut, I try to do another 10 minutes because that's all it takes is a few minutes of your day, right? Because I waste a ton of time throughout my day just doing dumb shit, right? Like it just
like that fuck button.
Yeah, but that makes me laugh, so it's not dumb. Or what I've been doing, my wife had got me a timer for my office. So I work for 30 straight minutes and I'll take 10 minutes off. Right. So for that 30 minutes, my brain's like, all right, you can lock in for 30 minutes and then you get that little brief relief. But I think you need the passion stuff. I mean, people are like, well, how do you have time to do a podcast? I'm sure people ask you that with all the stuff you're doing, but it's a release, right? It's fun, it's work, but it's also we get to talk about this stuff. And I think that's why people like the show too, is because you'll have the good banter, but it's also this all hits home because this is stuff that people don't talk about. I was talking with a lady in court the other day that I've known for ever since I was practicing, and she was going through some rough stuff. Her brother had passed unexpectedly, and we're having a serious conversation. She's like, well, I don't talk about this with a lot of people, but I'm like, why not? Right? Like, why not have that 10-minute conversation? If it goes somewhere, cool. If it doesn't, it doesn't, but you may learn something or you may help that person out, right? Because I can guarantee you whatever you're going through in life, there's someone who's going through it too. So have that discussion because it's not, people make it seem like that's weird, but I think it's even more weird when you're dismissing people.
I don't know if I ever told you the story. My mom is 80 and her best friend is also 80. And my aunt Pat has 3 kids. My mom has 4, but my older brother, my sister, and I, there's a contemporary on Pat's side. Pat has 3 sons, and they're the exact same ages as we are. And so my cousin Jamie, we got married around the same time. And oddly enough, we were both going through first marriage, terrible marriages. And we were both in the process of getting a pretty nasty divorce.
Yep.
And my mother and Pat talk a couple times a week. Did they rely and support each other through their children's divorces? Or were they like, hey, how's the kids? Great. How are yours? Great.
Yeah. You need
your best friend. I mean, if there's a person that you could talk to, that would have been, again, I think people like to put up the everything's great.
Yeah.
How are you? Oh, I'm also great. But I get that.
It's such a waste, right? Like you don't got to spill the beans to everyone you walk into, right? Because that's just not fair. There's just some people are like just being polite, right? And I think that's going about reading the room, reading the person you're with. But I mean, everyone makes fun of me because I talk to everybody. Like I go to the gym, I'll see someone and we just have a conversation. Because I think people are so fascinating and interesting and you're learning from everybody. And I think if you're not taking the time out to have those conversations, your own life is missing out, right? Like, because we spend 98% of the time with ourselves. Like, right? Like most of our day, you're in your own head. You're with yourself. You're doing your work. Right? You're not learning anything new. And the only way to do that is to invite new people in. And it's okay. Like sometimes, okay, don't have the conversation, but it's also like, listen, right? I think when people are having conversations, it's not the biggest part of a conversation is not the talking, it's the listening, right? Listen to what the other person is saying and not just the words, it's their demeanor. Like the biggest thing I probably struggle with as a lawyer is I get to the problem and the solution right away, right? And then I get a lot of clients that are upset, they don't understand the process, or they're just angry. And I have to remember not to take it personal, right? Because 90% of the time, if someone's being angry with you, it's not you. It's whatever happened that fucking day or that week.
Yep.
Right? So you could choose not to engage and maybe find out why they're like that and understand their perspective, because don't take it personal, because the reality is it's probably not you, right? It's probably something that happened that day or that week or what they're living in that situation. But it's tough to do, but you have to maintain that perspective and you have to listen. I think, my wife's probably biggest complaint about me, if I was to guess, is while she's talking to me and she just needs an ear, she sees like I'm already trying to solve the problem. And that's the one thing I have to work on, but it's also, that's what I do for a living. So I think for me, it's tough to shut my lawyer brain off because I just want to go solve everyone's problems. And it kind of goes with the post I did today. I think I become, my emotional gas tank is empty, right? Because you only have so much energy in the tank, right? You got to budget it like you budget your money. That was my post today. It's like, and you got to leave some in there for you. Because if you're spending your all time answering all your phone calls, helping out everybody else, solving everybody else's problem, what are you left with you? Right? So you have to be able to budget all that, to manage and leave some for yourself too. And I think that's why the meditation, the 3 wins for me at the end of the night, helps me to sit with myself a little bit. Because I hear everyone's problems all day.
To your point, I had a couple years ago a guy called up the radio station and was unpleasant from the jump. And I'm a dick. So I wasn't having that. And we got into it. And Vin, it's so funny, again, to what you just said. I recognized pretty quickly that this guy was pissed and it wasn't at me.
Yeah.
And so I kind of gave him like a dude, what's up? What's going on? And he had just broken up in a relationship. Things hadn't been going that great and work wasn't going that great either. And he said to me, you know what? I called this radio station and honestly, I didn't think anybody would answer. And you did. And, it's like he really did just want to vent to somebody.
Yeah, and he
got me, and he wasn't expecting that he was going to get anybody, and it's funny, we ended up talking for like another 15 minutes, like just having I don't know this guy from a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
And I don't believe I've ever spoken to him again, but I just thought something like that, Vin, right? I mean, I could have told the guy to fuck off and hung up on him, and that wouldn't have been any sweat off my back.
No, but it's also by you doing that, right? Now you're sitting here looking back, right? And like you got to feel good about it, right? I find that if you want your life to be better, do more kind things for people. And then you feel better about you as a person, right? Like, because I think that people, if you're doing stuff expecting something in return, it's never going to come back, right? You're not going to, the purpose of helping other people is it's always going to be selfish, because the more people you help and you genuinely want to help those people, inevitably you feel better about yourself, right? And so just keep that in mind. It's not, no one's keeping a chart, right? But just take that time out, because that guy probably hung up the phone and felt a million times better. And he probably sat there and was like, fuck, I just raged out on somebody, and it was just whoever was going to pick up the phone was getting it.
Yep.
Right. And the fact that you had the patience to wait it out and kind of figure out, and then, but he probably realized that, and he was probably thankful for it. And he's probably told that story 100 times to people. Right. And you'll never know. Right. But I guarantee you that's going to happen. But I think just if more people did that in society, imagine where we would be, right? Imagine if you had, Congress just talking to each other, not posturing, talking, listening, because that's how you come to solutions. And it's the listening portion. Some people you just need to listen to. And that's the one thing, honestly, I do struggle with. Um, I'm pretty good. I think I'm better in it in my professional life than I am in my personal life. Because I think it hits a little more home. So I'm really urgent about solving the problem in my house. But I think that's just something we all got to work on. But I think that's why the show works too, because we listen well. I mean, we match and we're awesome.
That is true. My wife always, it's funny you were saying earlier, and again, I think it's because you're a lawyer, right? You're always in the process of thinking about how to solve
Yep.
problems, right? And I told you, my wife and I had a rough patch, and things have been going so great now. And one of the things that she's been kind enough to do, just for the sake of having better communication, is if she comes to me and she just wants to vent about something and she doesn't want me to problem solve for her, she'll literally say, I just want you to listen.
Yeah. And
All
I think that's key too, right? Like I think you have to set the table if you want someone to eat, right? And if you know how your spouse is and how they're going to react, and listen, I don't react well all the time. My wife will tell you, like sometimes I react very quickly, but I think it's also, hey, I just need you to listen, right? And vice versa. Like if I say something and I know it probably something I should have said or I said it the wrong way, I really do try to acknowledge it. I don't all the time. But yes, it's having those conversations about it. So you're already setting the tone, especially if you know how your partner, your spouse, your friend is, right? Because you know who you're dealing with. You live with this person. And I will say, if you are the problem, we are coming from it from a loving aspect, though, right? It's not like, hey, we're doing this because we're smarter than you and anything. It's like, no, we want to solve the problem for you. But that's key. And that's working through it. Me and my wife, I mean, what, we've been together 6 years, like, so not that long. So we're still learning, right? Like it's always a learning process, whether you're married 20 years or 5 days, you're always going to be learning, but you have to be, you got to accept who you married to. Like my wife allows me to be me, but it's also, I have to know what my wife wants and how to communicate. And then that's just a learning curve. But the fact that you guys are able to do that and you guys have been married for a long time is a testament to you guys, because a lot of people don't do that. They're just like, well, we're married, you're stuck with who I am, and it is what it is.
17 years, as a matter of fact. And interestingly enough, yesterday we found out a couple that we've spent quite a bit of time with over the years, who got married the year before us, are getting divorced. And basically, she told us that kind of the same shit we went through, only when my wife was like, you got to get your shit together, I did. And this guy was like, I'm good.
Well, that's the thing, right?
Which is sad. That's a sad thing to hear.
It is, but it's also, at least he's honest about it.
Yeah.
I think I tell people all the time, like, listen, when you got married, it was right for that time, but it doesn't mean it's right now, right? And I think it's work. People are always going to change. If you think your wife or your husband are going to be the same person they were when they're married, you're crazy. It's not possible, right? But it's working through things. You're both adjusting, and you have to learn with what you can live with and what you're not. But I think my telltale sign is, if you can't say your partner's the best person you know, your marriage is never going to work, right? We all have those friends who just bitch about their spouses. They're married, but that's all they do is complain. Like, how do you talk like that about should be the most important person in your life besides yourself, right? So people are like, is my marriage going to last? Well, is your wife or your husband your favorite person? And if they say no, it's not going to work out.
I think that's fantastic. And I'll be honest, I thought long and hard about whether or not I wanted to stay married. Yeah. I really did. I had to think about, is this the right thing? But to your point, number one, and anybody that knows me has been a good friend of mine over the last year would know, I don't ever talk shit about my wife. I mean, I do on here for fun, but like,
Yeah.
I've never had a conversation with somebody like for serious off camera and said anything bad about my wife because she is amazing. She is a really great person. And when she told me she needed some changes, again, I took some time. I thought about it. Is that what I want to do? And I thought, yeah, it is. It is. And she's worth it. And I'm glad to do it. But
those changes probably made you a better person.
Well,
right?
Yes, 100%.
Like
I feel better.
It wasn't just, well, I'm going to be compliant, right? It's not about compliance with your spouse, right? Because if you're with the right person, that person's going to see what you need to be a better person and vice versa, right? So this isn't like I'm just doing it to appease her, right? It might be initially, but if you look back, you're like, you know what? My life is better for it, right? Because if someday your wife's not going to be here, right? I mean, we all want to die before our spouse, but if she's not, you're a better person for it because now you've instilled these things she wanted to do and you're going to go live your life and be that best person, right? I think it was like Michelle Obama, not to get political, but she's like, there was 10 years where she hated her husband, but it's over 30 years. So there's going to be times where you just can't stand that person. You get in a fight, you have disagreements, you're pissed off, but it's the question remains. You go back in your room and you guys are fighting, be like, but is that person still my favorite person, right? Is that the best person I know? And if the answer is yes, it's going to work. And, you have to be able to take some criticism. And there's some things that are like, listen, I got a big personality. That's never going to change. That was the problem in my first marriage. She wasn't trying to change the way I communicated her. She was trying to change me, right? Like my wife now, it's like, hey, you got to work on some communication things and we work on it. Right. But she's not trying to change like the underlying Vin, right? Your wife's not trying to change like the essence of Joe. It's just like, hey, this is how you got to deal with, this is what I need. And are you willing to do that? And it's a give and take. It's on both ends.
Wow.
We didn't see that coming today. Mm-hmm. We just dropped some knowledge. So you guys are welcome.
Wow.
From the way it started to the way it finished. That's why we had a change of plans right in the middle of the show, ladies and gentlemen.
I think that's one of the really cool things about this show is, the wide range of topics and discussions that we have. And it feels like at the end, we've always accomplished something.
It does, and it's funny because I will say Joe is pretty cool throughout the show. And all in my head the whole time, I was like, yo, this shit is going sideways. We're going to lose it. And it's every show. And it comes back around. It does. So we're like two peas in a pod. Get it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Christy, that's sad. Christy going through the same thing mine wasn't willing to. Oh, I'm so sad to hear that.
I know, but she's going to be good.
#divorce.
I hope you got a good lawyer.
You'll make him pay.
No,
he'll rue the day he fucked with Christy.
No, I always tell people I never did a divorce where my clients weren't better off in the end, and it's just about this the priority you're putting in yourself and the peace you have knowing that you go home and you're not in an environment that you're just not comfortable in, and if the other party's not willing to work, then they made their choice. And you take it on the chin, but it's also knowing that like life ain't over. It's fucking 8 billion people out there. And, I had a lady yesterday. She's like, I'm never going to get married again. I'm like, why? Like, why wouldn't you even be open to it? Because I think marriage is the greatest thing. It's the greatest and dumbest thing people ever do. Because from a business contract wise, it's stupid. Like 58% of people get divorced. 75% of overall people married go talk to divorce attorneys. Like that's crazy. They're like, hey, you got a 25% chance of succeeding. Sign up for it. But when it does work, it's the best thing in the fucking world.
And everybody thinks they got it going on. I think that's the other thing.
Oh, yeah. But you're going to be fine, Christy. What did my sister say? She just chimed in.
She said, Christy, you can't even imagine the glow up coming your way.
No. Yeah.
You know what that is?
Yeah, my sister had a big glow up. Huge. Yep. We all do though. But I don't even think it's just like you just get to be happy. Like you're gonna be in a spot where I have this lady. She's the sweetest lady in the world. I think she's like 69 now. And at least twice a year she texts me. Just checking in. And she's like, and when she came in, she was a mess, like married forever. And I'm like, just set a timer, cry for an hour. And then she did it for a minute and started laughing. But she's like, you were right. It took me a while to get there, and everyone's different. It could take 6 months. It could take 6 years. But you wake up one day and you're like, Vin was right. And, but you got to put in the work. And that's what I tell people too. You either sit in it or you put in the work and just let it be a moment. We're all going to live a long life. Except for me.
Not Vin, though, because he's got CMT.
We're going to end on that. I might not be here next week, everybody, because my CMT. So if this was my last podcast.
It's a good one. You should.
Hopefully I saved some lives. Shout out to CMT. And if I don't make it next week, I already got the RSVPs out for my funeral. So there's going to be some people getting turned away at the door.
I thought tonight went great.
Yeah, I needed it.
I'm thrilled. All right. Thank you to everybody that watched. I am hoping for some feet pics still. I think that would be ideal. changeofplansct.com is the website. Make sure you check that out. You can spread matter of fact, if you know somebody who needs help, who needs that little tag them, share this along with people. I'm telling you, you really can make a difference in people's lives.
Just takes 5 minutes, everybody.
It really does. All right. We'll see you next week, probably in the new studio. Maybe
we'll see.
Not.
Maybe not.
You never know. Hashtag slacker. For Vinny, it's Joe. We'll catch you next time on a Change of Plans podcast.